Hey guys, I'm Roden. Welcome to BOMISpirit, and this is going to be the intuitive channeling reading for fire signs. So for Aries, Leos, and Saggies. I hope you guys are doing awesome. We did just have 2/22/22 portal open up for us. Personally, I'm looking at it as a very prolonged period of time, kind of like the start to a really cool phase as opposed to just a day to recognize, but definitely the start of a really awesome phase. I'm going to be talking more about that sort of thing, like in relation to like New Moon Pisces and energies we have coming up later on, but we're here to focus on you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and for those of you who are already doing so, thank you so much, and make sure your notification settings are set to your liking, and don't forget we have stuff below for you guys to check out on Vimeo, Patreon, and the website, so go take a look, okay? So before I get even further, keep in mind these are timeless and these are general, and take the messages as they resonate for you personally. And if they're not resonating for you, it just wasn't for you at this time, and that's okay. All right, so fire signs. Where are we at, fire signs? They're actually, it's interesting, they're showing me like green shrubbery. I don't know if you got like a lurker. I like, it's this vibe of like peeking out through the bushes a little bit. I feel like you guys are trying to catch glimpses. Don't know what I was about to say there. Catch glimpses of what's coming, or catch glimpses of something exciting. It's like, I feel like you guys want in on information is kind of the vibe that I'm really getting with that intuitively. But yeah, let's dive in anyway. I'm being drawn to use the Dreams of Gaia deck. Excuse me. Oh, they said not before you do the animals. Okay. The decks that I use are all linked below for your convenience. I'm starting with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. It has this vibe of like peeking in. I just can't get past that. It's kind of funny. It's making me want to smile a little bit. There's something very like childlike and exciting about it. Playful. There's something very playful about that. Let's see. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? I'm also getting the crocodile. We don't have any cards out yet, as you can see, but they're showing me the crocodile. That to me feels really emotional, actually. That to me feels really emotional. Like almost coming down off of an emotional event. Almost coming down off of like, it's interesting I'm saying coming down because I kind of feel a little bit of like very darker energy with that, and like dark energy is not bad. I just mean like being in a little bit of your shadowy emotional waters and coming down from that. This could also be someone in your environment or in your energy field, so keep that in mind too if you're not resonating with the energy. Could be someone that you have to deal with or have been dealing with or have been aware of yourself. Yeah, if anything, I feel like most of you, it's like you're kind of looking in on this person. You might be like checking up on this person from time to time, making sure they're okay. I'm getting that's more the vibe for a lot of you. And again, it could be reverse or vice versa. And then going on for my fire signs. It's like someone's coming off of like emotional bouts. Like that's how it feels. Like a lot of like depression or crying, but bouts of it. It might even feel a little bipolar. Whoever is going, and not to say they are bipolar, it has that vibe of like high, low, high, low, high, low, but very emotionally draining. And the lows feel like really shadowy emotional waters. But I feel like it's a really positive thing for this person. Like it's really healing for this person. Now keep in mind, this could be you or someone that you're dealing with, or in your energy field, like I said. And I feel like this onlooking energy, like peeking through the bushes a little bit, is almost like a checking up on this individual. Yeah. It's nice though. Again, feels very playful, feels very fire sign. That's why I'm like, I feel like those are my fire signs. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Nightingale. Okay, I like it. Nightingale is very much a throat chakra energy. You can even just see the blue, the way he's kind of situated, and it's just like coming out of his throat, coming out of his mouth, using his voice. It's interesting. I'm wanting to use masculine pronouns, like his, him, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know, I feel the need to do that. It's just coming out psychically. Another bird. Okay, so now we have crow. 2 air sign cards. 2 air sign cards here. How do I say this? I almost wanted to say making magic. There is a making of magic here, but I almost feel like it's someone speaking their reality into existence, like becoming very aware. That's what it is. Becoming very aware of the impact of words and how that affects not just our energy, but the energy around us, right? It's like if we spew out a bunch of like really pessimistic or really restrictive words as it relates to ourselves or what's going on around us, it kind of like amplifies that feeling that it's restrictive and negative. But if we can spew out love and open-mindedness and gentility and compassion and excitement, it kind of like can snowball. It can snowball and gain momentum. So someone in this situation is definitely doing that and becoming aware of that. Now, whether it's this crocodile energy or the onlooker, I'm not sure, but that's definitely going on here. It's drawing that, thank you, they're clarifying for me. That energy, this ability, this tool, it is a tool, is helping this crocodile to be more present. Definitely feeling that, like helping to draw the crocodile in a little bit. I feel like the crocodile is learning this. Yeah, I feel like the crocodile is learning the power of their voice when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to really trying to anchor and bring in the things that make them happy or things that are healthy for them or keep them grounded. It's what they're learning. Fire signs, I really feel like this is someone you're dealing with. Now, if this is you, this is you. Oh, we got the owl. Okay, look at all the birds. As you hear all the birds, right? I have a lot of birds around me. Look at all the birds. Nightingale, crow, and owl. Are there more birds in this deck? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there are. I think there's like hawk, eagle. There might be one that I'm forgetting. Anyway, so owl, it's divine feminine wisdom. It's intuition. It's psychic awareness. It's self-awareness. It also comes out, sorry for all the noise. It's so noisy over here. I'll just wait for that plane to pass. Explicitly with this deck, this card also speaks to recognizing and being aware that really good things are coming in. But I feel like it's not just being aware that it can happen. It's like being aware that, oh, I can play a role in this. I can play an active role in opening those doors for myself. So fire signs, I like apologize if this is someone around you, because this is clearly a big dominant energy right now. But again, if this is you, then I'm glad this is resonating for you and giving you any kind of insight or comfort that you're seeking. But yeah, this is definitely the energy of somebody who's been in emotional, murky, dark waters and facing some depression, really working with their shadow, maybe even doing shadow work intentionally, consciously, but recognizing the power and control they have by being in the present moment and using their voice to open doors for themselves, to really co-create and allow really positive things to come in. It's like, wait a minute, I have the power to at least put some steps in here to like be a little proactive in allowing spirit to work with me and allowing the universe to kind of work with me to bring in things that could really work for me or are healthy for me. Like, that's what I'm getting with that. Because I am getting this like time vibe too with the crow, which is why I'm getting present moment. I'm almost getting like a collapsing, like a little bit of like no longer being in the past and no longer being so caught up in the future and kind of like collapsing in on the present. I'm getting that with the crow. Anyway, let's keep going. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Okay, now we got a fire energy with lizard. That's interesting. So now we have lizard. This to me feels all like the same person. Feels like the crocodile person. That to me feels like one person. Then we have this lizard, and even when it came out, it was like hanging out really far away from this, which almost makes me feel like this might be you, fire signs, or it might be some sort of external third energy. Like, so again, take this as it resonates. I read energies. As far as the details of how that plays into your life, you will definitely know if it's resonating for you. There's like a hyper alertness and overwhelm a little bit that I'm feeling with this lizard energy. I feel like this lizard is having their own process away from this individual, even if they're having to deal with each other. So fire signs, this might be you. You're having your own process. What is this with the lizard? Some of you might be becoming more sensitive, more energetically sensitive. Some of you might be becoming very aware that you might even be somewhat more empathic or intuitive. We are also in a period of time where energies are coming in that can really make our sensitivity even more sensitive, like heightening our sensitivities, whether you feel you have abilities or not. So just be aware of that. There's excitement here too, though. So fire signs, what if you're identifying as a lizard, and that's the last time I'm gonna say that. If you're identifying as a lizard, I feel like you are excited, and there's a lot going on with you that I feel like is really not just a part of your sensitivity, but I feel like there's something shifting and growing and bubbling up for you, while this person is kind of like dealing with their own stuff. This person, I think, also deals with sensitivity and overwhelm, where I think you can have a lot of sympathy for this person. There might be an understanding between the two of you what that experience is like, but I definitely feel two separate individuals here. And keep in mind, this can also translate to groups. Like this could be a group, this could be a group, or it could be individual, group, individual. You know what I'm trying to say. As this energy is bringing some new stuff in for themselves, realizing their own power and being able to do that, there's also an element of truth there too, like recognizing more of who they are away from some of these illusions they've been working with in shadow is what I'm getting to. There's a really cool empowerment happening with this person, and I feel like this person is a little scared about that. I'm getting that too. Like, there might even be an experience here where like both of these individuals are going through such a process that they might actually like almost getting a little bit of that feeling of like away from each other, getting pulled away from each other. I'm feeling that a little bit. Yeah, there's such an alertness. There's such an alertness, sensitivity. Something is really shifting and bubbling up for this individual, while this individual is kind of focused on themselves. Overall, we have spider. Oh, look at that. We got the rabbit. Rabbit can be fear. Rabbit can be fear and anxiety, which is what I was kind of getting with the lizard. Spider to me is a networking energy and a pulling pieces in together. I feel like this individual has already gone through their shadowy fear stuff, and in processing that, they're now able to see and recognize like the power they have in the present moment and being able to network and create and manifest, right? Well, I feel like this person has kind of been onlooking to the crocodile, onlooking to this individual, and I feel like having their own process that, you know, maybe the cards will come out to indicate what their process is really about. But I feel like this person's having their own process of change. And I think for some, even recognizing that there's a fear there that this person is so focused on themselves that they might like drift away, as there's all this manifesting and creating going on. I feel like there's an understanding with these two. I really feel that strongly. Like maybe friends, lovers, family, but like there's an understanding I feel of fear and shadow between these two, and like sensitivity. is what I keep getting. And it could also be fears or blocks around being able to be out in the world and being able to actually create and co-create and bring things into fruition, that there might have been a shared blockage or fear that these two could have connected or related on. And I feel like this person's making a lot of progress while this one's getting a little scared. Not to say they won't make progress eventually, because they're definitely, I can feel it. Something's going on with this person. But it's a lot. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's continue. Dreams of Gaia. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? I'm getting the word grief is coming up pretty strongly. Any messages or insights for my fire signs? Any messages or insights for my fire signs? Now I'm getting big mom energy. That's interesting. We are definitely still in a period of time where people are still like family stuff, especially when it comes to like mother maternal energies, are really being highlighted as it's related to toxic patterns within relationships and how we relate to each other, even addictions. That's been big, and it still is big, even astrologically speaking, because of the Venus retrograde shadow, post-shadow period. Also Vesta, the asteroid is part of that too. There's a whole talk I can do on Juno and Vesta. Anyway, I'm not going to get too into it. Those energies are still at play for people, for the collective. But grief, I'm definitely getting grief, like big Five of Cups energy. Wow, I say mother energy and we get the Queen of Fire universe with the Queen of Water. Wow, lots of beautiful healing going on. And like I said, I definitely feel like it's for this individual. Now, some of you might experience both of these energies within yourself. This energy feels very overly feminine, or the healing around it was around a lot of overly feminine energies or aspects like mother wounding, right? Or being able to sit back and relax and be in our own truth. That's very, very feminine, right? It's like this could just be a part of you that you've been kind of reflecting and working through. Well, this is a little bit more of the masculine part of you, right? So again, take it as it resonates. Energies are fun and funky and they're not linear. So let's get back to it. This is very healing. This is very healing, especially when it comes to passion, being able to create, being able to, I'm also getting speak out, like a lot of like throat chakra, air elements going on here for this crocodile energy. So much healing around that, and a lot of healing around being disempowered and really disempowering the self is what I'm getting more with that. Even if it came from programming that you picked up from family. And when I say programming, it's the stuff that's been instilled in you through interacting with people or having traumatic events or even being told this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing. That's what I mean by programming. Yeah, I feel like a lot of healing around feeling empowered and what that means to be in that kind of energy, to be in that kind of state. A lot of healing around being able to be out and authentic. I'm also getting independence too. Independence and leader. Acceptance of your differences. That's interesting. The unique self. The self that has probably been rejected, which is probably related to some of the programming that's been worked through in the shadow for this individual. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, accepting parts that you have rejected about yourself because other people have rejected it or told you it wasn't okay or told you it was wrong or looked down upon that. It's your unique self. So healing that. And there it is. Five of Water. There's the grief. Five of Water in reverse. Learning not to wallow is what I'm hearing too. learning not to wallow. But again, it's going hand in hand with the healing, right? Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Okay. Two of air just came out. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Okay. So with that 5 of water in reverse, we now have the 2 of air. The 2 of air can speak of decisions, but it also speaks of duality in like a really big sense of right and wrong and black and white. And I feel like there's almost a letting go of that, which is part of the healing process for this individual here. I feel like there's been so much energy in that Queen of Fire in reverse that's being healed, that's attached to duality. Yeah, like learning to disempower the self by what was judged and what was labeled as okay, not okay. And I feel, you know, for a lot of you who are resonating with this energy, that you are very unique. Like everyone is different. Everyone is different. But your unique self might have been very front and center and very much not like the status quo for most of your life until you learn to suppress that, to kind of get by and to kind of like be okay. Also, suppression of the feminine voice is big in that for the collective in general. It's interesting because there's also a very conscious decision to kind of put the grief down, to really let it go, and to stop like the holding on to it, the wallowing, because I feel like the grief is attached to the programming, right? So it's like, if you're really trying to let go of the programming and you let go of that grief, you can really truly rewrite your own program. Overall, we have the we have the 2 of fire, which speaks of relationships. And again, I kept feeling like there's another individual here in the midst of this for you fire signs, whether you resonate as the lizard or this other individual that seems to be taking up most of the space in the reading. 2 of fire with a 9 of air. Wow. 3 of cups and the 6 of fire. What's interesting is underneath that, look, the King of Fire in reverse to the Queen of Fire in reverse. Whoever this lizard is, there seems to be a definite reason, a very defined reason as to why there's interaction going on between the lizard and this crocodile / bird person. The bird person. That is really cool. Okay, sorry, I'm getting excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's back up a little bit. Let's start here. This 2 of fire speaks of the impact that we can have when we are open to working with people. And you see the mirroring that kind of goes on between these two, even just as an illustration. And that's what I was getting, where it's like these 2 people, these 2 individuals, there's a lot of like connecting and similarities that are going on here. Some of you, it might actually be about putting down the grief about someone like this from your past and finally letting go of whatever grief came of dealing with each other. In whatever way that made you feel less than or disempowered or really kind of amplified that programming you had about yourself, okay? But again, some of you, this is a present person who's like helping you with all this mirroring stuff. So I have 2 of fires here. Then we have, which is so cool. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have the 9 of air. The 9 of air is about our perception, the impact that our own state of mind can have on creating reality, right? The impact that mirroring can have on us is very significant when it comes to our own growth. But also, like I said, this individual, this crocodile bird person individual, the one that's like very much around the feminine energies, right, is recognizing that. It's recognizing the impact of working from a sense of truth that's not really tainted by programming or anything like that, working from a very authentic place and very consciously like opening doors for opportunities by sending out energies that are positive, that are open, that are welcoming, that are aligned with the intention of what they're trying to create, what they're trying to co-create with the universe, right? It's very kind of amazing, actually. This is a big lesson for this individual, and it's leading to a lot of growth. And I feel like it might even invite more people into this person's life and into their energy field in a really positive way. It's like, if you can get into that place and really truly believing that you are who you want to be, that you have the qualities that you want to have, that you just already are that person, and that you can really have a life that really facilitates that and supports that, you can plant the seeds. You can put little baby steps into action to getting there, right? You just have to really believe it first. You got to believe it first and see that. And also allow for the people in your life to show you that as well, because that's a big part of it. It's like when we get triggered by people, it's for a multitude of reasons, but it usually comes down to seeing something in them that, one, we don't like, or we outright reject, whether it's something we don't like about ourselves or some kind of programming that told us not to like that specific thing, right? Or if we get really attached to people, it's because we can see qualities in them that we wish we had, or we are denying that we even have those, or think that we can't have those. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, this person has learned this and has gotten to this point. Oh, cards are flying everywhere. This person has learned that and gotten to this point by way of relationships, current and past. And for some, like I said, this individual has helped them to see that and recognize that. There might have been a lot of grief around that person from the past, and this is the crocodile bird person letting it go and healing that. But for a lot of you, this feels like a very present individual. Anyway, so learning. And learning to see, learning to shift the perception that, wait a minute, 3 of Cups and 6 of Fire. I can be happy. I can have, sorry for all the noise. I can be happy. I can have joyous relationships and experiences where I can be accepting of people and people can be accepting of me. The 6 of Fire in this deck speaks of resolution. It's also, I think, that final step of healing, of acceptance and forgiveness and being able to let it go. And this is around a King of Fire in reverse energy. Someone where on some level it's like it's that matching component. And like I said, for a lot of you, this could also be just a mirroring of yourself. So it's about that fire part of you, whether it is masculine or feminine, doesn't even really matter. It's the part of you that connects to where's your confidence at, where's your self-esteem at, where's your self-worth at, where's your ability to be proactive, where's your ability to follow through and complete, where's your ability to initiate things. It's that component of yourself. Wow. So beautiful healing going on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No matter if this is a past person or present. If they're past, they're gone already. They're physically gone. And this is a reading about forgiveness and letting go. And appreciating the lesson. Oh my God, so pretty. Come full circle. Appreciating the lesson that this person has bestowed by mirroring shit back to you. Okay? And if it's someone presently, it is very possible that there might actually be a distancing that starts to happen between you and this individual because the lesson is complete. This feels like a very much an intended reasoning behind this interaction between the lizard and the bird crocodile person. Okay. All right, moving on. A lot to have to unveil there for you guys. We'll do a little tarot. And then I'm gonna pull an oracle deck. Yeah, we'll do a little tarot. I'm gonna do the Light Seers tarot deck. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? They also want me to touch on this. So that self-disempowerment that happened or has been happening, that's like part of the programming that's been reinforced over time that this crocodile bird person is now healing from. They're really being gentle with themselves. Like they're really learning to give it to themselves, to empower themselves, and recognizing they literally have the power to be the person they want to be and have the life they want to have. Which was facilitated by relationships. It's really touching. It almost makes me kind of emotional because it really is like a thank you for showing me that. Even if this person's from the past and it took like months, years, whatever to see the lesson in it, to see like that's what you were showing me about me this whole time and it's leading to this empowering moment, it's really touching. It's like no matter how ugly it was or even amazing and beautiful it was, it's like thank you. Thank you for helping me to liberate myself and to uplift myself to who I really am. It's like, Anyway, I'm not gonna get stuck in that because it'll probably make me cry. Okay. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? I think I'm just going to label this reading that. I'm just going to label it as thank you. Oh my God, that's like so awesome. Anyway, any other messages or insights for my fire signs? The Empress. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. As you guys know, the Empress, with me. Empress is nourishment, it's abundance, it's blessings, it's expansion. It's expansion, it's growth, and I literally just wanted to put it right here. This is really helping this crocodile bird person to really elevate to a very liberated, confident, and loved self. Oh my God, I can't wait to post this reading. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? We have the Knight of Wands. That talk about a freedom energy. That is like the fire is back, is almost what I want to say. Because like that's part of what this crocodile bird person was working through. It's like having such a sense of discouragement and being disempowered, feeling like their own fire has been put out in some way, and really by this grief that they've been holding on to. And it's just like the fire is back. Fire is back. This person is free. This person is excited. This person is ready. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Wow. Ho ho. Death and rebirth. That feels so good in a reading like this. That's total transformation. And I actually feel like it's coming out of the cycle of death, like really fully embracing a rebirth. Being in the fun part of a rebirth, not the in-between transient birth canal energy, because that's really tough. Like, I'm out and I'm free. Let's see what else wants to come out. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Overall, we have 9 of Pentacles in reverse, leaving it behind. Beautiful. The 6 of Swords, and we got the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Ooh. Ace of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse. So this is some of the stuff that's being let go of. Yeah, 5 of Wands. Yeah, letting go of, walked away. 8 of Cups to Justice. Someone behind this? No. So, sorry, I know I get ahead of myself. I've been doing tarot so long that, like, everything just comes so automatically. And I know some people get a little, like, behind because I go so fast. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse with the 6 of Swords. This is leaving behind a sense of lacking independence, of lacking growth, lacking abundance, feeling really restricted, maybe even feeling, like, unsettled, unstable, just not okay. Not okay. Some of you are actually possibly moving into, like, singlehood with this energy. So keep in mind that could be for some of you. But I feel like it's really leaving behind this energy. Okay? And moving into Queen of Pentacles. Stable, grounded. I almost want to say, like, I was getting this vibe of, like, multitasker manifester. Like, I can juggle and I can be grounded and I can do it with grace and I'm fine. Like kind of like a master of earth element, but like a manifesting energy. And I feel there's also a little bit of gratitude. Thank you. Yeah, gratitude and reflecting on what's been left behind. And this is what's been left behind here. Ace of Cups in reverse, 8 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Wands. A struggle, a real struggle. Almost like being in a pit is actually what I'm getting. And constantly, like, trying to fight your way out of the pit and then you get knocked down. Fight your way out of the pit and you get knocked down. Like, energetically, I think that's how this crocodile bird person has kind of really felt. And felt very emotionally detached. Yeah, very emotionally detached, and moving into that crocodile energy and moving into that, like, death, shadow, murky waters, and dealing with that has forced them to face their grief. which has also allowed them to drop it and let it go and move towards balance and move towards a life that really aligns to what they deserve and really who they are, with the 8 of Cups and Justice. Just beautiful. So fire signs, whether you're this crocodile bird person or you're the lizard who helped them get there, this is a beautiful reading, and I really feel like really resembles the true gift of relationships. And I know guys, I know sometimes it's awful, I know sometimes it can be traumatic, but not all relationships are like that. Not all of them are like that. And even if we can like look back after a few years, it's like, oh, you know what, that gave me some very valuable lessons, and I am so grateful for that, because it got you to where you are, right? Anyway, let's do a parting message. I actually just heard or two. I don't know what that's about. Maybe we're gonna get more than one card. Actually, I kind of want to use 2 decks. So we're gonna do the Gaia Oracle, and we're gonna do the, oh, come here. Do I have all the cards? Yes. The Goddess Power Oracle. I'm gonna start with Goddess Power Oracle. Any advice or parting messages for my fire signs? Any parting messages for my fire signs as it relates to the spread? Time. I apologize if I don't pronounce these goddesses properly. I apologize in advance. Aranerhid? I think that's how you'd pronounce that. I believe she's a Norse goddess. See if anything else wants to come out with that. Again, the sense of time. Remember, I was picking that up with the crow. Where'd the crow go? I was picking that up with the crow. Like there is almost a collapsing a little bit of the focus in the past and the focus in the future to really just come in the present moment. And it's really magical, because I feel like it's really allowing, again, this person to understand where they are, and to start opening doors and planting seeds for cool shit to come in. Almost like working with divine timing too, like not getting so stuck on this needs to happen now or in November or in March or in June. Like, I'll plant the seeds and it'll come when it's time, kind of vibe. So it's interesting we have another time component. Miracles with Mary. Wow. Also noticing the 3s. We have 3 and 34. I can't wait till I live in a place that's not so noisy. I'm just gonna wait for that to pass. I think it's a military plane. It's like, is it going through the stratosphere? What's going on? Wow, that's like going on for a while. Sorry, guys. There's such a magic to this reading and to this process for this crocodile bird person, that it might even feel almost like even the healing is magic. But I really want to say this person really did it for themselves, of their own volition, put in the work to do so, was very honest and open with themselves to have this process. But it is allowing windows to co-create with spirit and with universe, and allowing for really beautiful things to come in with divine timing. Well, oh, the colors. And then we have, overall, we have stillness with Yuki Onna. Stillness. I'm also noticing the 2 7s. Synchronistic, 34 and 52. Look at the colors for a minute. Does it remind you of the Nightingale card? Look at that. All those blues. I'm telling you, the throat chakra vibe in here is very big. Also, third eye is very big too, especially with the owl coming in with all of that. Stillness, I feel like, really relates to presence. Really relates to being in the present and not trying so hard, and also being able to listen to yourself and checking in with yourself and how you feel, again, for the crocodile people who are watching. And also to allow for any information to come in psychically. Yeah, they said yes. Psychically, for how to move and how to just be and just have that love and comfort between you and spirit. So very nice. I'm going to wait to read all of these because I feel like they're supposed to be read together, like these two decks. So moving on to the Gaia Oracle. Any other parting messages or advice for my fire signs? Any other advice or parting messages for my fire signs? Oh, Ocean of Eternal Love, 44, a master number, healing, creativity, and fertility. That is totally the vibe that this crocodile bird person is moving into. And I keep getting so much gratitude, like so much gratitude for this. And again, specifically around the relationships that kind of help this person learn. Even if it was indirect. Overall, we have attachment. Yeah, that's the grief. Letting go, restriction, and fear. That's what the grief and programming has, created the blocks and obstacles for this crocodile, the things that they're letting go of. Even underneath that, we have rising above. Letting go of that. Clarity, freedom, and solution. So just double confirmation there of the message. So I'm gonna go ahead and read these. I'm gonna save Ocean of Eternal Love for last, but I'm gonna go into the goddesses here. And if you're not interested in hearing them, and this is where we're parting ways, thank you for coming and hanging out. And thank you. I really appreciate you. And I hope this was helpful. And for those who are staying, let's continue. Because not everybody likes to hear the descriptions. I think they're very helpful, though. Right now, you have all the time in the world to reach the fullest potential of your intentions and desires. The Celtic goddess of time is your champion, and she will ensure your timing is perfect. The hours will expand to give you the space you need to complete anything that you started. Today, recognize that no matter what is in front of you, time is your friend. Consider that everything you intend and desire also has its own relationship to time, and all will come to you in the perfect form and in the perfect moment. Patience, dedication, and quiet anticipation are delicate yet potent allies now. Arinerhood is your ally, and your timing is perfect. Go with miracles. Mary, Mother of Miracles, has come to celebrate with you today. She is here to remind you of all of the amazing wonders and everywhere in your life right now. Look around you, especially at all the synchronistic events that have already taken place. Ever since you were born, events and opportunities have come together to support you, guide you, show you love, and present the world as you see it. Look closely and see the hand of the divine working on your behalf. You are a powerful co-creator, and so you are responsible and accountable for the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that seed your field of dreams. Remember, miracles are uncanny evidence that from the invisible world, life springs into form without any reasonable cause for the effect. Mary gave birth, as the great goddess was shown to do long before the Christian myth of Mary became real. She too proved herself to be the very essence of creation itself. In this moment, Mary reminds you of those miracles that you too can call into being. You don't need a cause or any evidential fact or calculation to believe and then see that miracle rise up in the conditions of your life. When Mary appears, you are reminded that you will never run out of miracles. Ever. Okay. Yuki Onna, she's actually the last one in this deck. The Japanese goddess of winter, Yuki Onna, calls on you to a practice of daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. Being open and receptive, slowing down, and allowing for time to dream activates your partnership with the universe so you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as the life force quietly builds within a seed buried under snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting with no effort on your part. You will find how easy it is to co-create while implementing a practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time as you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. It is in this way the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. When the goddess Yuki Onna comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. It literally says that. When the goddess Yuki Onna comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. The action now is non-action. Wow. Some heavy hitter messages here. Okay. And then ending with the last card from the Gaia Oracle deck, Ocean of Eternal Love. It is said that love conquers all. This is especially true for you at the moment. Something is resolved and healed through love. What was previously barren now becomes fertile. A seed is planted and you are the co-creator. The conditions are favorable. The timing is right. A new creation awaits you. The birth of something new brings joy and excitement. The forever changing seasons of eternity turn their invisible wheel and a new cycle begins. A new image is born. Fire signs. Wow. So like I said, if you identify as this crocodile bird person, you've gone through quite the process, okay? Through quite the process in understanding how to really co-create and truly bring in energies and a life and even your own sense of self to a place that you know who you are, who you've always wanted to be, that you can just be that. You can accept that that's who you are after working through some serious programming and some very heavy duty emotional shadow stuff about, again, programming that kept you from that truth, that told you differently. And a lot of this, I feel like, has been reflected to you through relationships. And for some of you, there's a particular relationship in the past that's probably been highlighted to you recently that's allowed you to see this truth about yourself and to be very grateful for the lesson. Some of you, it's a current person who is showing this to yourself, and you're very grateful for that lesson. And there's a lot of mirroring going on here too for a lot of you. And so there are aspects of each other that are very much the same. So that's just mirroring in a nutshell. But either way, moving into some beautiful co-creating energy. So congratulations for making it through the other side, because that's hard to do. So I'm going to go. But again, if you're interested in anything listed below, go ahead and check it out. Again, website, Patreon, Vimeo, Instagram. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy this portal that we're in and this amazing time that we're in. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care.